Teresa, Mustard Seed Sewings. Good to be with you again. And this is going to be a pretty short video. I just wanted to share with you some excitement that happened here on the homestead this morning. Uh, Went out to take care of the animals, the rabbits in particular. And as I was putting hay in Millie's hutch, I noticed a couple odd-shaped things on the floor of her hutch. Looked a little closer, and she had two kits, two little baby bunnies that were born on the wire. And so the first thing that I do when something like that happens, and this might freak out a few of you, but I've read about this and I've done it and have had success, is I pick those two little kits up off the floor of Mama's hutch and I stick them down inside my bra. Quickest way to help start to get them warmed up. And so there they stayed for a few minutes while I finished taking care of the other animals that were out in the rabbitry. And then I headed back into the house, and so this has happened before, so I have a little bit of experience in understanding what needs to happen next. And the most important thing is to get them warmed up. You know, they have no way to regulate their body temperature except through the body heat of other kits, and with there only being two of them, that's very challenging. So I took them to the kitchen sink and got some warm water running and just allowed that warm water to run over their bodies for a few minutes, and after a little bit they started squiggling, and that was very inspiring for me because that tells me, hey, there's a chance here, there's some hope. After a few minutes running under the water, I dry them off and I got my heating pad out, and that's where they are now. They are on a towel wrapped up inside the heating pad, and I'm going to show you what they look like. Okay, so there's my heating pad. I have had this heating pad ever since I was a teenager. It has been around the block and served me very well. And so here's the two little kits inside the towel. There they are, just tiny little things, probably just a few hours old, and they are alive. I'm just trying to stay warm right now. Typically litters have 7+ kits, and so they can all snuggle with each other to stay warm, because they their systems are new and they have to learn how to regulate their body temperatures. But you can see they're not very big. See if I can show you in my hand how tiny they are. Yeah, just little things. And there's the other one. So it's just a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go get a high-sided bowl and put the heating pad in there and a clean dry towel. This towel's a little damp because of drying them off after warming them under the water, under the faucet, and I will just leave them in there probably for a good part of the day, maybe even overnight. Because there's only two of them, like I said, it will be a little more challenging for them to be able to generate enough body heat to keep each other warm. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back out to Mama, I think it was Millie, and put a nest box in her hutch. She's not due until the 12th, and today's only the 8th, so that's kind of surprising that she would have kits this early that look this good, healthy. The last few days of their gestation inside of Mama is pretty important. These guys are doing really well. But in case she has any more that decide to show up, I'm going to put a nest box in there, get a nest started for her so she'll have a place to kindle if she has any more. And like I said, I might go ahead and keep these guys inside overnight, in case you're wondering about them being hungry. Mama's milk doesn't come in until 24 to 48 hours after she has birthed her kids, so they will be fine to stay inside overnight. I just want to give them the best possible start that I can. Yeah, so that's how my day started, as part of being a homesteader, as being prepared, being a good steward, being a good caregiver of whatever it is that the Lord brings my way. Thankfully, or not thankfully, maybe thankfully is not the right word, but this has happened often enough now. I used to stress out about this really bad when kits would be born, and it was obvious that they were struggling. And this has happened often enough now that thankfully I don't get as stressed as I did when it first happened. So my goal now is to give them the best start that I can, keep them warm, keep them dry, and then take care of Mama and, see if she has any more. Hopefully she does, and I can just pop them back out there and they can snuggle down with their siblings. So I'll let you know what happens. So thanks for coming along and watching my morning's excitement with me. And I hope that you have a blessed day. And please remember that if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, mountains can be moved. Thank you for watching, friends. God bless.